There's a point in every path where the burden becomes almost crushing. Not because you've lost the ability to continue, but because you've been shouldering more than any single person was designed to carry. If this message reached you right now, at this specific instant, not earlier, not later, it's because something in your existence has arrived at a silent threshold you didn't recognize was forming. You've sensed it, a subtle recalibration, a compression, a knowing that something is reorganizing beneath what's visible, even though nothing in your immediate surroundings appears transformed yet. That's why you're here, because forces beyond your perception have been observing you closely, meticulously, patiently. This is the moment you need to receive what I'm about to share. You've been navigating through a season people don't even know you've been experiencing, and somehow you're still standing. You've had to summon resilience when it felt completely depleted. You've had to select trust on nights when your thoughts tried convincing you no tomorrow existed. You've had to rise and persist even when something internal whispered, "Why do I even try anymore?" There have been recent moments where you've interrogated everything. Your direction, your meaning, your value. Moments when the universe's silence felt deafening compared to any response. Moments when you wondered if your whispered hopes were just evaporating into nothing. I understand that sensation intimately, but here's what you're forgetting. You continued anyway. You pushed through anguish that nobody acknowledged you for surviving. You appeared for your existence, even when existence wasn't appearing for you. You made selections aligned with your core, even when compromises would have been simpler. You remained tender, even after experiencing harm. You remained authentic, even when deception would have shielded you. You remained uncorrupted in conditions designed to make you cynical. Do you grasp how uncommon that is? Do you comprehend how powerfully that registers in dimensions beyond the material? You've expanded in ways you received no recognition for. You've transformed in ways you didn't even observe yourself. And higher intelligence has been witnessing every instant. Those moments before sleep, when everything feels weighted. Those mornings when consciousness returns, and you think you can't face another cycle. That devastation you interpreted as a terminal point. Everything you've endured has been registered and acknowledged. Every time you thought, "I don't know how much more I can sustain," something vaster than you was positioned beside you, communicating, "I know, keep moving, I'm carrying what you cannot." And you did. You kept advancing. That's why your circumstances are transforming. Not through random fortune, not because timing is arbitrary, but because you demonstrated through your persistence that you were prepared for the next phase, the phase beginning now. If what we're exploring here is landing for you, if you're feeling something shift as you absorb these words, I'd genuinely appreciate it if you'd subscribe to the channel. We're creating space for people who are in this exact transitional moment, who need confirmation they're not collapsing but evolving. Your subscription helps us reach others navigating these hidden seasons. Please take a moment and subscribe. Now let me tell you what's actually happening. There's something crucial you need to comprehend. When your physical dimension hasn't altered yet, your spiritual dimension already has. The shift always initiates where your perception can't track it. Consider this. Before communication reaches you, the decision to contact you occurs. Before favorable developments materialize, arrangements are already being orchestrated. Before aligned people enter your orbit, they sense the pull toward you without understanding why. Before existence breaks open, energy moves first. This is occurring for you now. Something has already shifted. Something has already opened. Something has already synchronized. You didn't weaken these past months. You gained clarity. You didn't forfeit everything. You were being redirected away from what would have constrained you. You've been in a season of preparation disguised as friction. You've been developing foundation while you thought you were fragmenting. The universe has been operating quietly behind what's visible, reorganizing your trajectory, creating apertures you don't know about yet, sealing passages that would have trapped you, protecting you from situations that would have postponed you, guiding you toward an existence that matches who you've become, not who you used to be. That's why things felt stagnant. That's why things felt dense. That's why you felt isolated. Not because your life was disintegrating, but because your previous reality couldn't contain the person you're becoming. Now finally, the external dimension is about to synchronize with your internal metamorphosis. You're going to notice people materializing who resonate with your essence. Possibilities that feel uncannily perfect. Solutions appearing faster than they used to. Clarity arriving without confusion. Tranquility returning where anxiety used to reside. You're entering a season where things begin aligning one after another. Not through coincidence, not through accident, but because you've reached the moment where remaining stagnant is no longer coherent with who you are becoming. The universe is propelling you forward, whether you feel prepared or not. Let me articulate something you rarely permit yourself to accept. You're not doing this isolated. You never were. There were moments you felt forsaken, but you were being safeguarded. There were moments you felt unheard, but you were being redirected. There were moments you felt hollow, but space was being created for the new. Your circumstances are transforming because you transformed. You are no longer a vibrational match for the suffering you survived. You are no longer compatible with the wounds you once carried. You are no longer aligned with the environments, connections, and patterns that kept you contracted. This is why obsolete elements are dissolving. This is why certain people drifted. This is why your core feels altered. This is why you've been craving more authenticity, more significance, more depth. You're being drawn toward the existence designed for you. Yes, the shift might feel abrupt. It might feel surreal. It might feel like it's materializing from nowhere. But nothing about your journey has been random. You've been guided every step. You've been protected from things you didn't even know were approaching. You've been supported through battles you couldn't have survived alone. You need to hear this clearly. You don't need to concern yourself with what emerges next. Worry has no function here anymore. Fear has no position in the chapter you're entering. Doubt has nothing remaining to teach you. You've already traversed the most challenging segment. Now your circumstances are mobilizing. Your timeline is pivoting. Your existence is expanding. Soon you're going to look back and recognize that the moments that nearly shattered you were the moments that constructed the strength you're about to use to ascend. So if you arrived here exhausted today, let this message restore peace to your spirit. If you arrived here wounded, let these words lift some of that burden from your core. If you arrived here questioning your future, let this be the moment you remember that you've already survived what was designed to destroy you. Before we close, I want to ask something. If this transmission has touched something real in you, if you're feeling the truth of your own resilience reflected back, please subscribe to the channel. We're going deeper into navigating these threshold moments in upcoming content, and your subscription helps us continue creating for people in the midst of their transformation. Please take a moment and subscribe. Your circumstances are changing. Not eventually, but imminently. Soon in a way you can sense, soon in a way you can trust, soon in a way you will reflect on and recognize that was the moment where everything pivoted for me. You are guided. You are protected. You are moving into a season where things finally start making sense. Your life is shifting for the better, and you are ready to receive what's coming. That's not hope. That's recognition of what's already in motion.